Hey, what's up guys? It's Stargirl and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you guys how you can make physical contact with your spirit guides. Now I want to warn you, if you're someone who gets spooked easily or if you're someone who's not used to making spirit contact, these things may shock you because after you implement these steps, you will make physical contact with your guides, and it can be quite shocking if you're someone who's not used to experiencing paranormal activity. So make sure that you are ready to actually make contact with your guides before doing these steps. Now, I also want to say that everybody on this planet has a spirit guide, yourself included, and everyone has the ability to make contact with their spirit guides. You don't have to be a channeler, you don't have to be a medium, you can just be an everyday normal person. Now, the first thing you need to do to make contact with your spirit guides is you need to open up your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is located at the very top of your head and it radiates a bright purple light. It's important to open up your crown chakra because your crown chakra is what connects you to spirit and the divine. Now, it's actually really easy to open up your crown chakra. You don't have to do a crazy ritual or anything like that. All you have to do to open up your crown chakra is right before you fall asleep while you're laying in bed, play 963 hertz on a speaker while you are falling asleep and listen to it while you sleep that night. All you have to do is type in on YouTube 963 hertz frequency and you can listen to a bunch of those frequencies online for free. These frequencies actually open up and clear your crown chakra so you can receive messages from the divine. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, another thing you can do is right before you fall asleep while you're laying in bed, close your eyes and envision a bright purple light swirling out of your crown chakra. This visualization technique will actually help open up your crown chakra a lot faster and also help you become more connected to the divine. Generally, it only takes one night of doing this before your crown chakra is ready to receive messages. So like I said, very easy, very short, very simple. Now, once you do that, the second thing you need to do is you need to give your spirit guides verbal permission to be in your life. And the reason for that is because your spirit guides never want to spook you and they never want to go against your free will. So if you want them to manifest themselves to you in your life, you have to pray to them and say, spirit guides, I invite you to manifest yourself to me. I want to have a relationship with you. I'm ready to receive your guidance. I allow you to become a part of my life. Once you say this prayer out loud, you are giving them verbal permission, and as soon as they get that permission and you open up your crown chakra, they will start to manifest in various different ways in your life. Now, one thing you have to make sure of is that you are a vibrational match to be able to perceive your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are higher vibrational beings who live on a very high dimension. So in order for you to perceive them, you have to be at the right vibration. And what I mean by that is you can't just do these steps if you want to prove spirit guides are real or because you want to see something creepy happen. You have to do it because you honestly want a relationship with them and because you honestly want their guidance. It has to come from a true and genuine place. Now, once you've done all of those steps, your spirit guides will start to manifest themselves to you rather quickly. So all you have to do now is start looking for the signs. Now, at first, your spirit guides are going to manifest themselves to you in very small and subtle ways. And that's because your spirit guides don't want to scare you off and they want to ease you into their presence. So one of the first ways your spirit guides will try to make contact with you is by showing you number synchronicity, which is 1111, 222, 333, 444, or really any number sequence that you see repeatedly throughout the day. This is a sign that your spirit guides have heard your prayers and they are now around you, comforting you and giving you guidance. Now, another small way your spirit guides will start to manifest themselves to you is by high-pitched ringing in your ears. Now, it's very important to pay attention to what it is you're thinking when you hear this high-pitched ringing, because generally when your spirit guides show up as audible sounds, they do it as a way to bring your attention to something you've been thinking about or as an answer to your prayers. Now, another small way they'll try to manifest themselves to you at first is by putting loud loud thoughts in your head. So if you notice when you're sitting there and thinking, the thought in your head is normally in your own speaking voice, right? I mean, if you're not sure, go ahead and try it out right now. When you think out loud to yourself in your head, it's in your voice, but your spirit guides will actually show up as a different sounding voice in your head. When you think thoughts, the voice might be a male voice or a female voice if you're male, or it might be a different tone of voice, and that's because that voice is actually your spirit guides speaking through your thoughts. Now, another way your spirit guides will try to first manifest themselves to you is by animals and insects acting strangely around you. And this is actually very common if you have a deceased loved one as a spirit guide. For instance, one time I prayed to my spirit guides and asked them to manifest themselves to me, and when I was sitting on my porch, a moth just started landing on my hand, and I tried to swat it off. I ran to the other side of the yard, and this moth kept following me and landing on my head. And then I remembered that before my grandma passed away, she told me if she could come back as anything in her next life, she would come back as a moth. So one of the most common signs a deceased loved one is your spirit guide is an animal or insect acting very strangely around you. Now, if you have an archangel as a spirit guide, another way they'll start to manifest themselves to you at first is by showing you images of themselves or showing you their name repeatedly throughout the day. For example, when I found out Archangel Michael was my spirit guide, I kept hearing the name Archangel Michael, and I kept seeing the image of Archangel Michael, and that was his way of introducing himself in a very small and subtle way. So after you invite your spirit guides to show themselves to you, be sure to look around for any specific names of angels that you see, or look around for images of angels, because you'll start to notice you see them quite frequently throughout the day, and whichever one you see the most is likely who your spirit guide is. Now, once you've built a relationship with your spirit guides and you've gotten to the point where you're having out loud conversations with them when you're alone, and yes, that does happen when you build up a relationship with your spirit guides, you'll start to get a lot more comfortable with their presence, and because of that, they will start to manifest themselves to you in a lot bigger of ways because you're comfortable and you've built up a relationship. Now, one big way they'll start to manifest themselves to you after you've built up a relationship with them is they'll start actually showing up in your dreams, and you'll be able to have face-to-face conversations with them. Now, if you want this to happen, I highly suggest first introducing yourself to your guides and getting used to their presence, and then once you've built a relationship with them, then you can pray to them and say, "Spirit guides, I really want to meet you. I want to talk to you. Please manifest yourself to me in my dreams." And you just say that prayer right before you go to bed. And then while you are sleeping, you will actually be able to meet your spirit guides. Now, there's also some really great meditation music or sleep hypnosis online that you can listen to while you are falling asleep that will also aid you in meeting your spirit guides in your dreams. You can actually find these on YouTube. All you have to do is search sleep meditation to meet your spirit guides. Now, another big way your spirit guides will manifest themselves to you is through actual apparitions. A lot of the time, spirit guides will actually show up around you as bright white light orbs or smogs of bright light with glitter in it. For instance, the other day, I was getting really happy and positive and high energy out of nowhere sitting in my room. I was getting uncharacteristically energetic and happy. And then I looked to the corner of my room because I felt called to look there. And I actually saw a bright white light orb floating around in my corner. And I looked everywhere in my room to see if I could find a reflective surface. And I could not find the source of this bright white orb light. And then when I looked again, it just mysteriously disappeared. So that's another big way your spirit guides will manifest themselves to you. And remember, when this happens, you should be feeling uplifted, happy. You'll have a surge of energy. You'll almost feel high off of life because your spirit guides are higher dimensional beings. So when they're around you, they will actually elevate your mood. They will make you feel euphoric. Remember, guys, it's really important to listen to your intuitive feelings and really be mindful of all the synchronicities that you're feeling and picking up, because spirit guides are spiritual beings. So a lot of the times They won't show up as full-on manifestations, but they will show up as little hints and whispers and maybe a little apparition in your sight. And even though it doesn't sound big, trust me, when it happens to you, it'll be very shocking and a very spiritual experience. So be sure to really tune into that intuition and open yourself up properly to see all of the signs that your spirit guides are around so you too can make contact with them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as usual, I'll see you later. Bye.